Hey, how we going? How's everyone's Friday? What are you all up to? I'm on my way home, just left work, had a look at my channel and I'm sitting at 89 subscribers and I want to see if I can hit 100 before I get home. Just finished work, had a big day, heading home. How's everyone's Friday going? So my goal is to try and hit 100 subscribers before I get home. Let's see if I can do it. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? God, thank God it's Friday. Tell me about it. I was actually thinking that, and then I got asked to go to work tomorrow. So, still glad it's Friday, but still got work. I'm well, thank you. I hope you're well. I hope your day's been amazing. Holy Aussie! How's your day going? Yeah, so that's the 4 a.m. Tell me about it. I just found out I got to start at 3, so I probably got to get up at like 1:32 because it's a 45-minute drive. So I hope I get some good sleep, and I hope you get some good sleep. We've got an early morning at the Gold Coast. I'm in Sydney. I used to live on the Gold Coast at Pimpama. Scouts all day. Let's go. Alright everybody, I've got a goal, I've got a mission. I want to hit 100 subscribers before I pull into my driveway. Let's see if we can do it. And I've got a question. What topics or content would you like to see me talk about over the next 100 videos that I'll do? I'll like, keep in mind that I enjoy talking about fatherhood, men's mental health, my story, and just trying to spread that positivity and that awareness on other men and other fathers out there. Yeah, who's playing? I missed last night's games. I didn't even put my tips in. Spewing. Who do you go for? Who's your team? How's everybody's Friday treating them? I hope you have all had an amazing Friday. I hope your weekend's even better. Walks. True. Collingwood, yeah, nah. See, I don't really watch the AFL. I get into the NRL. Do you watch NRL? I go for the Broncos, and they got beat by Parramatta last night. Where is everybody from? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody's support. I'm also going to be starting a podcast in a couple of weeks. Just raw talk, one-on-one conversations with other men and other fathers. Melbourne Storms, let's go. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it very much. What's everyone's plans for the weekend? New Zealand. Whereabouts in New Zealand? Mike, sup brother, from New Zealand and St. George Illawarra fan. Awesome stuff. G'day, how are you going? So I'm from Sydney. I go for Brisbane Broncos. Been in Sydney for about 2 years now. Originally from Queensland, Brisbane, in Ipswich. Aussie. I missed the game, to be honest. In Ipswich, yeah, I used to live in Ipswich. Yeah, go Broncos. I've been going for Broncos my whole life. I'm not too sure if that's because I, Is it funny that the team that you tend to go for is always pushed into you by your parents as you're growing up little? Aussie and half Irish. That seems to be quite common, eh? I'm Aussie, Lithuanian, German. Lithuanian and German on my father's side. And Seychelles and French on my mother's side. Seychelles. Seychelles is a little island between South Africa and Madagascar. It's a South African island. Well, part of South Africa. Pretty much. Aren't we all these days? Yeah, live shooting at the side of the road. Nah, I'm at a red light. Oh, awesome. Good to see you having fun playing soccer. Yeah, right. No, I've never heard of that. Yeah, don't tell anyone, but I'm just stuck at a red light. Yes, I do have a pair of 2 Savages. I've got a couple, actually. I've got the gold pair. I've got the safety pair for work. What about yourself? Who do you go? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Just waiting for a mate. So what's one key thing that has stuck out throughout the week, this week for yourself, that you're proud of? I'll go for the Broncos, Brisbane Broncos. I've always gone for them. To be honest, well, Brisbane Broncos main, but and then just all the Queensland teams. Recovery meetings. How's that going for you, Andy? In speed. Hey, the fact that you're doing something is all that matters, man. As long as we're taking baby steps, one step at a time, as long as they're real steps, you're making progress, brother. That's the main thing. Got a new motorbike? Awesome. What sort? You like my ute? It's a work ute, but thank you. Yeah, I could imagine how tough and rough it's going for you, buddy. But you know, like, in all honesty, the fact that you acknowledge it and, you know, you're doing the best you can to stay busy, to stay on top of it, to stay active, mate, that's fucking inspirational. I take my hat off to you. Keep up the amazing work. Never give up, buddy. You're doing great. Thank you very much, but you're the best. I think, you know, everyone is... Chris, how are you, mate? Anytime, Andy. Just know your worth, know your self-value. You know, you just come out of rehab, you acknowledged it, you know, and that's the biggest step. It's, you know, you're making that change, you're making that hard effort, you know, and a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to face something like that in a challenge or whatever it might be, you know, and the fact that, you know, you have stood up to it, you've faced it, and you're not backing down, that's fucking beautiful, man. Exactly, Liz, that's exactly right. You know, obviously you've been through some hard stuff, we've all been through some hard stuff, and if you just take a moment and look at how far you've come, I can guarantee it, they'll put a smile on your face. No, I don't play Fortnite, but my kids do. My eldest boys do, and I'm pretty sure my daughter does too, actually. Pokemon, Jesus, I haven't watched Pokemon in ages. That's got to be the old school Pikachu, yeah? Love that. Absolutely love that. And in all honesty, this is exactly what I wanted. People being open, honest, vulnerable. And then look at the comments in the chats. Look at the communication. Absolutely fucking lovely. A year clean. That's fucking fantastic, man. That is amazing. And I guarantee it, you know, you would have had your hard times, your hard days, and look at you now. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, and we got to stack those little wins, because all these little wins count. You know, don't worry about the big wins. All these little wins, they all compact, they all compile, and when they compile, they become the big wins. You know, and they're the life-changing wins. And that's the biggest thing, and that's the hardest thing is, you know, a lot of people will look at you for the bad, or, you know, but they don't see the change that you're making and how hard it is. And, you know, even just to make it past a 2-3 day hurdle, 5 days a week, you know, it's a massive milestone, man. It's fucking amazing. Thank you very much, appreciate it. I hope you have a beautiful night. Yeah, see, I vape, and that one's a big one, isn't it? In all honesty, I find myself waking up in the middle of the night looking for it. Now you got to stretch it out, buddy. Give it a bit of a stretch, eh? Nearly home. I've got probably about 10 minutes till I get there, I reckon. But you know what? I started this live to get 100 subs, because when I left work I had 89. But fuck the 100 subs, fuck that. What I've seen in this chat, the vulnerability between men, the communication, the fucking success that you have fucking done, well, that means more to me than anything else. I'm from Sydney, brother. Originally from Ipswich, Queensland, but moved to Sydney 2 years ago to be with my beautiful fiance. Oh fuck, oh, I love this. Guess in New Zealand? Who, me? No, not me. I appreciate it very much for the subs, brother. Also, anyone that's new on here, I'm going to be doing a podcast shortly. Just setting everything up. It's just calls, and it's just going to be with other men, young fathers. We're going to just have raw, honest, open conversations. We're going to be vulnerable in hope that, you know, it's going to inspire and help other people get out of whatever they're going through, or, you know, just opening up a safe space for other men, and for us to realize that we aren't the only ones feeling these things on the inside. Knee on the table will try. Fuck. So yeah, if that's something that you all want to be a part of, or you'd love to share your story, if there's something that you'd like to share, please let me know. I'd love to have anybody on, because I personally think that, you know, whether it's my story, someone else's story, whether it's one line, one sentence, or the whole conversation, or the whole story, it might touch somebody, it might inspire somebody, it might make somebody realize that, you know, they aren't the only one that's going through this situation. And, you know, there are other resources or other angles, or other things that we can do. You know, let's all bring our brains together and start having a mad scrum. Please do more live streams. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Jessica, how's it going? I hope you're having an amazing Friday. I hope your weekend's even better. Man, I'll tell you what, and this is in all honesty, I born and raised in Ipswich, Queensland. Up until I was 31, I had only ever left Queensland twice, and that was to go to New South Wales. I then went on my first ever holiday overseas to Bali. And in all honesty, that opened up my eyes massively to the world out there, what we have here, what we take for granted. Just the other qualities of life that's out there, it's absolutely crazy. And then the next step was me moving to Sydney, and that was, again, an eye-opener, because, like Maddie said, Ipswich, meth capital. Grew up there. I have seen and been through a lot of things that would have crippled most men. And now being in Sydney, I didn't realise it when I was younger, but now being in Sydney and being in the area that I am, I'm so grateful, because you really don't realise what's out there until you actually get out there. Now, that's beautiful, Andy. Mate, I'd love to have you on board. If there's any way, go to my Instagram if you have Instagram, and send me a message, dude. That'd be fantastic. I'd much appreciate it. So yeah, is it worth it? 100%. Get out of Tasmania, go explore. You know, you only live once. And if you haven't done it yet, most definitely go, even if it's just over to Australia, travel around Australia. But you know, if anything, and you can, I'll go to another country, that's for sure. Jimmy Jazz, I'm going good, thank you. Just on my way home from work. How are you today? Oh, awesome. There you go, Andy. Have you done much traveling before? If you have, where have you been? YOLO. I haven't heard that in a while. How is everybody going today? Where's everybody from? What do you all do today? If you haven't yet subscribe to my channel, please. I want to do a podcast. I want to do a lot more content on my story, fatherhood, men's mental health. So if you want to get aboard, let's go. He is not yet a man. Bye, fishy boy. Hope you're having a good day. Who's ADHD on here? Serious question. I was diagnosed probably 3 months ago now, and that's something very new that I'm learning and adjusting to day by day. Oh, that's amazing. Beautiful. Whereabouts in Townsville? I lived in Townsville for a little bit. My mother lives in Townsville, and my mother's side lives in Townsville also. So I've spent quite a fair bit of time in Townsville. Townsville's beautiful. I like it. I think it's like really laid back. Places where everything's 20 minutes apart, or if that's just what my mother told me when I was little. All right, everybody, I've got to rock and roll. I'm nearly home. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you, all of your support. It really means, I can't explain how much it means to me. Hopefully I'll have 100 subs soon, start the podcast, start pushing more content, creating that safe space. So again, thank you all very much. I hope you all have a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful night, a fantastic weekend. And we're going to get back at it next week. Stay positive, keep smiling. And let's try and make at least one person smile each day. Drift the car, no balls. Probably not, silly boy. See yous.